can you or your scientific colleagues give an indication of the pathway to grassroots football being allowed to restart? Do you think we will have to wait for a vaccine?
Well, I very much hope that we won't have to wait for a vaccine. The first thing I'd say is that some of the projects we're putting in place, like this test and tracing that we've been talking about, are there to try to hold the number of new cases down whilst allowing more social distancing measures to be lifted. And this is one that we can look at, and we had a discussion about last time round. And Chris is better placed than me to advise, how much of an impact upwards it would have on R and how much further we can go.
Well, I mean, my expectation, and Sir Patrick Vallance's expectation, this is one of his areas of trade, as a government chief sounding advisor, is that a vaccine before next year on a widespread basis is very unlikely. So I definitely hope that football will be available, possibly with some degree of change of how it's played. There may have to be some ways we have to think it through in advance of a vaccine. But I think what we're trying to do is go very, very cautiously along that path that the Secretary of State talked about. But my very strong hope, and I'm sure this is the strong hope of everybody, is football is well before we get right out to that the right-hand end of that path. Because